Here are the new anime you can't afford to miss this fall 2024 season. The last anime season of the year is almost here and it's packed with a lot to choose from, but which ones do you need to make sure you don't miss out on? Well, I've got you covered with today's list. There are, of course, a lot of big anime coming back this season. The one with the most hype is most likely Re:Zero Season 3, but that's not all. We've got more Bleach, Blue Lock, Danmachi, and, well, a lot more actually. As always, I know you're already going to be watching those, so we'll focus on the brand new anime coming out this fall. Which titles need to make your list? Well, here they are. But before we jump into it, make sure to drop your boy a quick like on the video if you see some titles that you like the look of, and let's see what the fall anime season has to offer. Who doesn't love a shrine maiden? Well, this anime has 3 beautiful maidens for you to choose a best girl from. Uryu Kamihite hasn't had the easiest life, but he's determined to change it by getting into medical school. He's ready for a quiet place to study when he moves into his new foster home, which happens to be a working shrine. But things don't go as planned. Instead of peace and quiet, Uryu finds himself living with 3 lively and beautiful sisters, the Amagagi sisters, and he gets hit with a big surprise. He has to marry one of them and take over the shrine. The story follows Uryu as he tries to focus on passing his exams for Kyoto University's medical school. Along the way, he and the sisters face all kinds of challenges, like saving the shrine from closing down, and so on. This anime is called Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister. It's a comedy romance harem that fans of series like The Quintessential Quintuplets and The Cafe Terrace and its Goddesses are not going to want to miss. If shrine maidens aren't your thing, then how about maids who used to be assassins? Hitoyoshi Yokoya is a high school student living on his own. One day, a girl he's never seen before knocks on his door and asks if she can be his maid. The twist? Yeah, she used to be an assassin. This makes Hitoyoshi pretty nervous at first, but when she saves him from getting hit by a truck, he decides to give her a chance. And even though she's great at cracking a guy's neck from the shadows, well, she's totally clueless when it comes to cleaning or cooking. All she knows is how to be an assassin, since that's the only life she's ever known. But as she spends more time with Hitoyoshi, she starts feeling things she's never felt before, like a happiness and warmth. And because of this, it makes her want to become a normal girl. She even asks Hitoyoshi to give her a new name, and he calls her Yuki. As Yuki begins to experience what it's like to have a family, she learns to leave her lonely past behind and enjoy her new life. This is You Are Miss Servant. Yuki, well, she really reminds me of Violet Evergarden, but the comedy tag attached to this title, well, it really has me intrigued to see how this story plays out. Okay, let's amp up the action with an anime that had a one-shot episode back in 2018, but now has a full-length anime series coming out, and man, this one looks amazing. A long time ago, strange alien creatures came to Earth and merged with humans. They were called Mecha Ude because they looked like mechanical arms when they fused with people. Hikaru Amatsuga, an ordinary middle school kid, suddenly finds himself paired with one of these Mecha Ude named Arma. But Arma isn't just any Mecha Ude. He's super special and super rare. Now, to protect them, a group called ARMS sends Aki Murasame, a tough fighter with 2 Mecha Ude of her own, to look after Hikaru. But Aki has her own mission too. She's hunting a mysterious snake-type Mecha Ude user who's been hurting her friends. Meanwhile, a shady organization called the Kagami Group is after something called the Trigger Arm, a Mecha Ude rumored to give whoever controls it unlimited power. This anime is called Mechanical Arms, a sci-fi action anime that looks like it's gonna take the fall season by storm. This next anime is going to be the best romance of the entire season, combining romance with sport. Yes, Taiki Inomata is a junior high school student at Aimei Academy, a school known for its amazing sports programs. Taiki loves playing badminton and has joined the high school badminton team. Every day he tries to get to the gym early for practice, but no matter how hard he tries, someone always beats him there. Chinatsu Kano, a first-year high school student and basketball star. Taiki has had a huge crush on Chinatsu, but he feels like they're worlds apart. She's super popular and talented, while, he's just a decent badminton player. Even though it seems unlikely that she'd ever notice him, something unexpected happens. Chinatsu ends up living at Taiki's house. Now, Taiki is more determined than ever to impress her. He dreams of becoming good enough to compete in the nationals just like Chinatsu. With his crush living under the same roof, Taiki works harder than ever, hoping to not only win matches, but also win her heart. This is Blue Box, an anime that is going to slam dunk on everyone's feels, and boy, am I here for it. Cheating a little bit here with a remake of a classic from 1989, and it's also the only anime this season with the golden ecchi tag on it. I know, ecchi fans are not eating good this season. You hate to see it. Soon Tendo runs a martial arts school with his 3 daughters, Akane, Nabiki, and Kasumi. One day, Soon surprises them with some pretty big news. Well, he's promised that one of them would marry the son of his old martial arts buddy to keep the family legacy going. The sisters are shocked, and things get even weirder when the fiancé Ranma Saotome arrives with his dad, Genma. Now, here's the twist. Ranma and Genma have a really strange curse. After training in China, they both had a magical accident. Now, whenever they get splashed with cold water, Ranma turns into a girl and Genma turns into a giant panda. Pretty crazy, but I'm here for it. This is Ranma Half. The story follows Ranma as he tries to get along with his fiancée Akane, the youngest of the Tendu sisters. As they go to school together, they deal with all kinds of wacky friends, rivals, and awkward situations, especially with that water curse causing trouble. Next up, we have one of the anime I'm most looking forward to, but it looks absolutely freaking terrifying. Now, in the town of Kuro Uzucho, Kiri Goshima lives a pretty normal life with her family. One day, on her way to meet her boyfriend Suichi Saito, she sees Suichi's dad staring at a snail shell in an alley. It seems strange, but Kiri doesn't think much of it. Later, she tells Shuichi, and he explains that his dad has been acting really weird lately. Shuichi also says that he wants to leave town because he believes the place is infected by spirals. Things take a creepy turn when Shuichi's dad's obsession with spirals becomes dangerous, setting off a series of strange and very terrifying events. Soon, the whole town is affected and everyone starts going mad as the spirals take over. This series really needs no introduction. It's the long-awaited Uzumaki. This is horror in its purest form and is considered legendary Junji Ito's masterpiece. It's only 4 episodes long, but it's gonna be insane, and the art style for this looks absolutely amazing. Moving from horror back to romance, however, this looks to be romance with a darker twist. Yoshino Some is a high school girl with a not-so-normal life. She's the granddaughter of the leader of the Some group, the biggest Yakuza group in Kansai. One day she hears big news. Her family is joining forces with another powerful Yakuza group, the Miyama group from Kanto. And guess what? Yeah, Yoshino is supposed to marry Kirishima Miyama, the grandson of the other group's leader. Yoshino, well, she tries her best to get out of this arranged marriage, but she ends up going to Tokyo to meet Kirishima. Surprisingly, he's super nice and charming. Even though Yoshino moves in with the Miyama group, her life in Tokyo is, well, far from easy. At school, she finds out that Kirishima is really popular, and his jealous fangirls start bullying her. Plus, Kirishima might seem sweet, but deep down, he's definitely not your typical Prince Charming. He's a born Yakuza member after all. In her new life in Tokyo, Yoshino has to deal with all kinds of trouble from the Yakuza world. However, she's no stranger to the underworld life herself. This anime is called Yakuza Fiancé, and I think this could easily be the hidden gem of the fall season. We're sticking with romance, and if you prefer yours wholesome, then I have just the anime for you. Takuya and Rika work together at a travel agency in Tokyo. They're both pretty happy being single and spending time at home, but now their company is planning to open an office in Siberia, and they're thinking of sending unmarried employees there first. Rika, well, she really doesn't want to go, so she comes up with an idea. What if she and Takuya pretended to be engaged? That way, they won't have to move to Siberia. The problem? Well, they hardly know each other. Now Takuya and Rika have to act like a couple in front of their co-workers, but as they fake their relationship, could it turn into something real? Like I said, wholesome, and this anime has it written all over it. This is 365 days to the wedding, and you know what? I honestly can't wait to see how this one unfolds. This next one is my wild card for the season. So, what happens when a game company puts out a crowdfunding project to turn one of their adult visual novels into an anime series and it raises 10 million yen in just 5 minutes? Well, we get something like this. The story of the game is about Tomohiro Izumi, a quiet student who usually stays out of sight in his classroom. Everything changes when he's suddenly picked to be the next student council president through a lottery held by the school. Now Tomohiro has to figure out how to lead, so he asks his advisor for help finding other members. However, all the girls suggested to him aren't even coming to school. This makes Tomohiro's new role very, very challenging. This is Hamidashi Creative. And the downside is that this series is only going to be 12 short episodes with a runtime of 5 minutes per episode, but from what I've seen of it so far, I think this is going to be solid. The anime will be based on the game, but it will also include some new elements to make it fun for both old and new fans. This anime is the most anticipated new anime of the entire fall season. This is a story about Momo, a high school girl from a family who can talk to spirits, and her classmate Okarun, who is obsessed with all things extraterrestrial. After Momo helps Okarun when he's being bullied, they start talking, but they don't get along well because Momo believes in ghosts but thinks aliens are fake, while Okarun believes in aliens but doesn't think ghosts are real. To prove their points, Momo visits an old hospital where UFOs have been seen, and Okarun checks out a tunnel that's said to be haunted. They both end up facing unbelievable ghostly and alien events. As they deal with the strange occurrences, Momo discovers she has special powers and Okarun gets a magical curse to help him out. And, who knows? Maybe they'll find love along the way. This is Dandadan, a popular Shonen Jump Plus manga finally getting its anime adaptation and looks set to light up the fall season. Fall Anime 2024 looks set to be a season full of amazing new anime. I hope some of these helped your watch list, but before we go into the fall season, make sure you haven't missed any of these summer 2024 anime I have listed for you in this video right here.